The Coach Calhoun Show is brought to you by Little General and Valley Distributing. The Coach Calhoun Show will be on timeswv.com each Wednesday.
All right, Coach, let's look back at your last two games. Between West Liberty and Wheeling Jesuit, you played two very tough teams. How's that experience going to help your guys moving forward?
Well, the first and foremost thing is, Sean, we're very, very disappointed. Being on such a run there with winning 13 games in a row, and obviously very, very disappointed in the results this week. Probably most disappointed for our fans. I thought our support in both outings, not only here on Thursday, but also on Saturday, the number of people that traveled from Fairmont to go to Wheeling to watch this team play was remarkable. It's going to help us in a lot of ways. Hopefully our guys understand in crucial games like that, the little things add up. Missed box outs, missed free throws, loose balls, 50-50 balls. I thought we were a step late, especially on Thursday. But as a coach, after you watch the tape, you realize you're probably maybe 5-6 possessions away from winning those two games and being 21-1 instead of 19-3. So, as a coach, you try to educate your players, you show them those things, and you get back to doing some of the smaller things that help you win games.
Okay, particularly in the West Liberty game, Matt was aggressive, did a good job getting to the free throw line, but it seemed like West Lib made a very concerted effort to minimize his impact on the game. When that happens, how do you guys have to run your offense or get other people involved where, maybe if Matt's not the one leading you guys, for someone else to step up?
It's a good question, Sean. I think second time through, coaches are going to make adjustments. I thought the best adjustment Jim made was he made it a half-court game. They did not press whatsoever. They did not open up the floor, so they really made us earn baskets in the half court. We certainly had opportunity after opportunity to make those baskets. We missed a ton of free throws that hurt us, but also down the stretch, down 4 with 1:30, we got 2 shots, and they were both three-point shots that were point-blank wide open, and we didn't make those shots. If you make that shot, it becomes a 1-point game with a minute to go. So the outcome could have been different. But you've got to give West Liberty credit to come into this type of environment that we had. The biggest crowd the Mountain East Conference has seen all year. One of the biggest Division II crowds in the entire country for a single game. You got to give those players a lot of credit.
Okay, looking at the Wheeling Jesuit game a little bit, the bench scoring you guys had was down compared to what it normally is. With the way that you run your substitutions, subbing 5 guys a lot of times your second unit's facing a fair bit of the starters from the other team. How important is it for them to get going and contribute to the team when your starters come on?
Sean, we said this last week on the previous show, how big our second unit's going to be down the stretch. They have not played well. I don't think it's a secret. That's why we made a few changes and put Jason Jolly in there, because we really need his scoring early in the game. In the last couple games that we've played, even before this week, we've gotten off to slow starts. So I thought by putting Jason in the lineup, it gives us another 3-point shooter. But as far as the second unit's concerned, that group has got to create more turnovers, more transition opportunities. They're not the greatest shooting the ball in that lineup now. Chase Connor's in there, he can make shots, and RJ. But some of the other young men, they've got to get scoring the ball in other directions. So we've talked about that. We've showed them tape. We had 2 practices yesterday. We did a double workout, one in the afternoon and one late at night. We'll come back tonight, have a very good workout before we head on the road for 2 games in 3 days. It's going to be very, very important for this team to get back on track very, very quickly.
Speaking of getting back on track, after dropping 2 in a row, just the way that I've seen you coach your team and the way the mindset is of these guys, never seemed to me they were in a point where they thought they were invincible or anything more than the record said. So I think it's safe to say these last 2 games weren't really a wake-up call for them. What do you think?
No, I don't think so, Sean. I think we played 2 great teams. I think you look at the way these games have gone. Now, certainly losing to a team twice, that hurts. That hurts quite a bit. because you don't want to get swept by a team. So that one stings. But hopefully it shows our players the margin for error in the big games. You've got to do the small things, as we said earlier, to have big results. And I thought we just missed a lot of shots, a lot of free throws throughout the week. In the Wheeling game in particular, we had some great opportunities to put us up 4 points and missed a couple threes. So I think our guys will come back, ready to go this week.
Okay, now you guys are headed to Urbana, and then you got Notre Dame next. There's no easy game in the Mountain East Conference. It's always tough. What do you guys need to do to get back on track, build the momentum towards the postseason?
Well, we got to get back to flying around. We got to get back to guarding the basketball. We got to be more aggressive in our approach defensively. I thought we let teams do whatever they wanted. And what I mean by that, Sean, is mirroring the ball, pressuring the ball, making every pass a hard, difficult pass, getting up the line, pushing people out, even above and beyond the three-point line, and really sitting down and guarding the basketball are going to be the big keys this week and really the rest of the way. But in the grand scheme of things, there's a lot of basketball to be played. You're sitting at 19-3. You're in a pretty good spot, but you also got to understand these last 6 games will be very, very difficult.
Excellent.
The Coach Calhoun Show is brought to you by Little General and Valley Distributing. The Coach Calhoun Show will be on timeswv.com each Wednesday.